All right, we're live. So thank you everybody for attending this session on search in Drupal. Before leaving the session, please be sure to fill in your audience survey. There's also a poll active right now that you can find on the right side of your screen next to people and the chat tabs. And finally, all the panelists will be in hallway track room 1 after the session to answer your questions. Now it's my pleasure to thank our 3 panelists for making the time to share their experience and to introduce them. They're all leaders at APQC, the American Productivity and Quality Center. Amanda Shalio is the Executive Director of Marketing and Digital Experience at APQC and is responsible for creating a state-of-the-art user experience for APQC's digital platforms. She also develops and oversees the APQC brand, as well as the organization's marketing and public relations strategies. John Tesmer is the Executive Director of Information Technology at APQC. He leads APQC's IT team in the administration, maintenance, and support of APQC's enterprise architecture and business systems in support of APQC's memberships, product, and services. Jim Gilliland is a longtime Drupal contributor with core patches dating back to 2006 and a current core subsystem maintainer of the Q API. He serves as APQC Technical Solutions Architect and is responsible for overseeing and guiding the architecture and design of software, data processing flows, and the system integration of APQC business technology. And I'm Christophe Cremoy. I lead the marketing function at SearchStacks, and I'll be your moderator for the panel. The session will be split about evenly between panel discussion and a quick demo done by Amanda. Let's get started. Amanda, can you please describe what APQC does to our audience?
Absolutely. APQC is a member-based nonprofit. We've been in business over 40 years, and we specialize in benchmarking and best practices research, primarily in the areas of process and knowledge management. We have members worldwide across 45 different industries, and our members and clients come to APQC looking for unbiased and validated research and data because they're trying to compare their organizations or their clients to their peers and ultimately become the best practice leaders in the areas they've pinpointed for improvement. They can find all of this information on our website at apqc.org, and that's why we embarked on this project with SearchStacks, because the majority of our value proposition lives on our website.
John, how does the business use Drupal today, and why did you need to improve the search experience?
That's a fantastic question. As Amanda mentioned, the major value proposition for our members is on our website. So when people think about best practices and they want to know what the best practice is for something, they come to our website to search for those practices or for the metrics or for whatever else it might be. We've been a Drupal shop for a while. Before the current version, we were on Drupal 6, and before that, we were on an interwoven content management system many years ago. But content management is not new here. We probably have about 10,000 pieces of content that have to be searched and made available. There's a team of almost 10 or 12 people that do research and write reports and create content for that site. So having a streamlined, efficient content production workflow is very important to us, and being able to search and find that content is very important for our members. So it seemed like there was just a natural fit in Drupal.
Cool. And John, so what solution did you adopt to improve search, and why did you pick that one?
Well, our initial launch was just with a self-hosted Solr search engine. I think Jim can elaborate a little bit more about the technical details of it, but I think we had about 5 different collections for different areas of the site, and we were managing that configuration ourselves. And we found that the cycle time between what the business wanted and how they wanted to assess changes to the search experience, and when we could actually deliver those changes, given all of the workload and all the things that we had to do, that cycle time was too lengthy. And it created kind of a stressful experience between IT and the business, because a business would want changes done, and we'd have a difficult time getting those changes turned around quickly. So we kind of migrated from our own self-hosted Solr and Drupal configuration to the SearchStacks platform with the SearchStacks module in our Drupal environment.
Mm-hmm. Amanda, what are you getting with site search from SearchStacks that you didn't have before?
Well, prior to search stacks, APQC really had no insight into our search analytics. And now that we are on board with the tool, there's a whole host of things that we have. I'll start with the analytics piece. The dashboard itself, having the intelligence there to go ahead and let us know what's being searched, how often, where people land in their search, click-through rates. It's all at our fingertips and helps push us forward. We also know all the content items they're looking for, etc. The search experience piece is huge because as a business owner, we've had to rely on IT so much in the past, as John said, to make those changes for us in the search experience. But now I can go straight into the tool myself as well as others and decide how we want to move things around, how we want to boost things, create synonyms. It's all there. It's very intuitive, the user experience. We also get a chance to have power search reports, awesome filtered reports that help us make better decisions as a business on what to feature. And something that I think is really cool as a marketer is the promotions feature. So some of the items that are coming up top in search, now with my campaigns, I can make them sticky at the top of search results, and it's a win-win for everybody. Those are just some of the pieces, but some of the coolest, I think.
Thank you. Jim, can you share your views on search stacks and site search specifically from a technical point of view?
Sure. So one of the technical reasons that search stacks was really great for me is, like John was saying, we were having to, it was hard cycling quickly for the business and getting things done, right? And Amanda needed these analytics, and we could maybe pull parts of it from Drupal, and search stacks had all of those things built in for it, and all the analytics that she needed out of the box, and they could specifically support adding new analytics and diving deep into those sort of things as a product where we couldn't dedicate all of our time to that. We had more critical business needs. And I don't have to maintain it. It's they have the infrastructure in place. It's one less piece of the puzzle, and I can focus on code and all the cool things that I want to do.
And so, can you give us also some technical perspective on what you had to do to implement site search?
Yeah, it was actually pretty straightforward because search stacks provides kind of a Solar. They use the common Solar cloud interface. So all I had to do was use the Search API and the Search API Solar module, and just use the out-of-the-box configuration. I was able to use config split to kind of stage the environments and deploy it out, and it works just seamlessly with the tools already in Drupal. And search stacks worked with Thomas Drunken Monkey within the Drupal community to build out a module that's integrated directly into all of that and provides the analytics piece of the puzzle. And so all of that just kind of, there were some hiccups along the way. We found some edge cases that weren't implemented yet, but they were very responsive and figured it out. And you can see all in the issue queue where we kind of worked through those problems.
Great, thank you. Amanda, would you mind sharing with the audience what you guys have done so far?
Absolutely. Give me just one moment to share my screen. Christoph, can you see it okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
We can see your screen.
So we'll take a little tour through the tool, give you a sneak peek. This is our site search dashboard. And as you can see, there's a date range here. And right away, in terms of analytics, you're going to be able to see total number of searches performed, clicks. One of the ones I love is the click-through rate. We're obviously ready to increase this. You can scroll down and see average click position. This is one that we've definitely never seen before. I really want to understand how far somebody has to go down on the page before they find, their success location. No result searches. This was a new one I can't wait to dig into, but all the data is there. It's very user-friendly, easy. Data visualization is great. So this is just the main dashboard page. I want to dig in a little over here on the left, and let's go to the searches performed themselves. So this is where you can actually see the keywords and searches put in. There's search exits, all kinds of extra data that you didn't see on the first dashboard as well. And there's three parts. So you're going to see your most popular searches first. And if we scroll down, you're going to see your no result searches. And a little bit further are searches with no click. And to me, these are going to be just as important. Our goal is to make sure there's no roadblocks during their search journey. So figuring out what these common terms are and making sure we have something to show up for them is going to be huge, and understanding why they hit that roadblock with the content. And one of the things I've noticed just in the short time we've been going live is I came in with the notion that we were going to have very, very specific search terms, and when in fact we're at a much higher level. So that may change the way we do some of our descriptions, our titles, and the way we write some of our content pieces. So let's dig even further past the searches, and we're going to go here to a place called items. This is even cooler. So like John mentioned, with the thousands and thousands of pieces of content we have online in different areas, this gives you insight into those items. So the total impressions, the click-through rate, so you can see the most clicked across your site. So right away, I can already tell that end-to-end process maps and measures is one of our key tickets. So I should probably feature it in more places, or perhaps do a campaign. And as I mentioned, you get your impression count, etc. But if I click on it, I can take it even a step further. And now I can see all the associated searches that got the end user to that piece of content. So this is very insightful information that our research pearls can use along the way. So it just takes it even a step deeper. Now, I would like to take you over here to the search experience to search configuration. This is where the business leaders get to come in and do a little bit more and have a lot more flexibility outside having to rely on IT. So this is where I can decide on the results and display, what we want to use. Do we want to look at title or publish date, or what are those things we want to boost on? And it's so easy that when I come over here, this is what I love about this. When you come over to ranking, I can simply just move this back and forth and decide the weightings of those things in terms of search results. So if I think title is the most important, I can toggle the circle left to right and put a larger percentage on it, or perhaps down here the publish date. And what's great about this is right away we can do testing and have immediate results and make changes as we go. So this is very simple, as you can see the interface. So taking you back to search configuration, I want to talk about synonyms. I don't know about everyone on the call, but at APQC, we love our acronyms, synonyms, and so do the folks typing into the search box. So a lot of people will type in something like CM, and they'll expect to find content management material. So with how SearchStacks has built this, I can go in and add synonyms as simple as CM right here in AdWords and content management, if I can type with everybody watching. And right away, I can go in and add this term, and it will be in the list down here. And what happens is, I'm going to take you over to APQC's resource library. Now, if I type in CM and I do a search, right away, you can tell that it understands if someone's typing that in, they're immediately looking for content management pieces. So this will vastly improve the search, and us getting our list of synonyms together will be huge. One other thing I want to quickly show you before we run out of time is the power search. I love a good filtered report, and this moves very quick. You can come in the power search, pick a chosen date range, and let's say I want to see what content items on my website were clicked on greater than, let's just say, 10 times in the past week. So we're going to come over here and search, and here you go. I get my listing right away, and there you go, my end-to-end process maps and measures. And this is a particular one, record to report. So you can see the impression count, and again, I can click right in here and see what search terms got them to that particular area. There's a lot here. I wish I could show you even more. I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now, but we are going to be available, as Christoph said, to answer any questions after this. I could go on with the demo for forever, but I believe we'll be in hallway 1. But go ahead, Christoph.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you so much, John and Jim. So please join me all to thank Amanda, John, and Jim for sharing their insight today. And remember the hallway track room 1 in a couple of minutes. Also remember to fill in the session survey. And we wish you all a happy and a great DrupalCon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.